What's up, guys? Chris here from Mainly Mesh. I realized that I had not actually done a video on the new STX Exult 500 that STX was kind enough to send me over, and that's a big shame because this is a pretty awesome innovation within the women's game. So hopefully we're going to be featuring some more women's heads soon enough. So tell all your lady friends, for all you guys, the solid 3.5% of my followers that are women, we're going to grow you. We're going to grow together. But this is a really fascinating option coming from STX. Basically what they did, and this is the new Exult 500, not the old Exult 500, but what they did is they kind of played off of one of their all-time greats, which is the Crux head, obviously. So the Crux 500 is one of the top in the women's game. Pretty much the majority of girls I know either use a Crux 500 or a Crux 300. And so they wanted to kind of keep some of those awesome aspects of the Crux while at the same time playing up a new approach to the draw in the women's game. So the draw for you guys is the equivalent of the face-off. The girls have their sticks together, and what they're doing is they're essentially raking the ball up into the air in order to gain possession after every goal. So what STX did here to really amplify this stick in a way to really manipulate the face-offs in a better way is they took the same pinch that the Crux 500 has. So it's the same exact face shape as the Crux 500 and the Crux 300 as well, I believe. But then what they did is they added this kink in the sidewall. And you can see a very sharp angle here. On the inside, it has these grooves in order to grip the ball a little bit more. And what that does is as you are raking the ball out of your opponent's stick, that kink is going to catch on to the ball, allow you to flip it up into the air a little bit more, and just overall give you a little bit better draw control. And it's really cool. You can definitely see this in the slow motion shots that we've done. So hopefully I will be able to get a few more of those shots and pass them along to you guys on Instagram. But it's really fascinating. STX, obviously different refs are going to put the ball in different places in your stick. You know, there are the classic refs who are just being a big pain in the booty, and they're going to put the ball all the way down in the neck, which isn't necessary, or all the way up at the top of the scoop, which is also really difficult. But STX just kind of played it safe. Put the kink right in the middle of the head. And then what they also did that's kind of cool, and I don't really take advantage of it too much with this stringing. I did one up earlier that you can see pictures on Instagram where I kind of pushed the legality a little bit more in terms of the depth. I'm so scared of women's refs right now that I kept this one pretty shallow. So you can see what they did is they also spread out the sidewall holes because you aren't allowed to skip more than one sidewall now. And also they just included a new rule right after this head was released that you can't have sidewall knots more than 1.5 inches apart. So these sidewall holes are exactly 1.5 inches apart, which is lucky. And what that allows you to do is put the maximum distance between knots in the most crucial part of the stick, right? So what that does is that allows you to have an incredibly deep inverse pocket while still having a legal regular pocket. So as you see here, like I said, this pocket is not even close to pushing the limits, right? So that is a very straightforward women's pocket, not too deep. Even if I push it all the way in, you've got pretty clear visibility on the ball. But if I look at the inverse pocket, I've got much more depth, and especially if you slide it down a little bit more, I've got a lot more depth than you would anticipate for that shallow of a pocket on one side. And if you play this out even more, and I hope you guys take a peek at my Instagram to see what I did originally, I had one of those sticks that, you know, is riding the line of legality on this side, and you can pretty much get the entire ball below the sidewall while maintaining a legal pocket on the front side. That has to do with the width of the sidewall up at this point. So they've kept this part of the stick very thin in order to achieve that. But the fact that you can get an inverse pocket that is, arguably as deep as some guy sticks on the face-off, while still maintaining a legal pocket on the front side, is pretty amazing. So that alone is a huge advantage of the draw, because it's going to give you more contact points between the stringing and the ball, allowing you to have a higher coefficient of kinetic friction, or static friction I should say, which I've talked about a lot in my guys hold videos. But that's going to allow you to grip the ball really well, rip it right out, in addition to the kink in the sidewall that is going to allow you to rake the ball out of your opponent's sticks. Just really overall cool option. This is the new Exult 500 is a 10-degree stick, so you do have to get a system in order to take advantage of this stick. I don't believe they have the new Exult 300, so make sure you check this out from STX. Put it on top of their new women's carbon fiber super flexi stick, which I'm super excited to test out at some point as well. Looks like a really cool option. But overall, huge thanks to STX. They've always, done some amazing things, but the one weakness in their lineup to this point has been not really having a draw stick, and so that's what they did with the Exult 500, and I think you're going to be seeing a ton of these at the draw this year in the NCAA and in the Women's World Travel Games, whatever they may be. We have a bunch of national tournaments coming up and World Cups and the like. So, like I said, thank you to STX. Make sure you check this out, stx.com. Also, all authorized STX retailers, which we are not, so don't try to buy one from us. I apologize, but hopefully someday. So, thanks so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All you lady laxers, ask me any more questions about it. I'll try to answer them in the comments down below. Thanks so much, and I will catch you guys next time.